Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you once again. This time, we're going to go over to the United States Attorney's Office, Southern District of New York. I was watching a video on YouTube, and it was J.R. Jackson from TYT, and he had found an interesting video on Instagram about one of Epstein's bunkmates or cellies before his death. And you know, it was a pretty interesting video, and I wanted to check it out. So what better way to check it out than to go to one of the main sources. I know a lot of people hear about his other cellmate, which is Michael Fresnez. I hope I pronounced his last name right, but his name is Michael Fresnez. But nobody really talks about this guy. And yeah, he was quite a guy. Okay, we're gonna learn who he is. Okay. It says former police officer sentenced to 4 consecutive life sentences for 2016 quadruple unaliving. Okay. And yeah, let's get into this article. It says Damian Williams, the United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York, announced that Nicholas Tartaglone was sentenced today for 4 consecutive life sentences for his leadership role in the 2016 murders of Martin Luna, Ubarno, Santiago, Miguel Luna, and Hector Gutierrez. Tartaglone, who is a former police officer, orchestrated the kidnapping and unaliving of all 4 victims on April 16, 2016. Tartaglione was sentenced today by the U.S. District Judge Kenneth M. Carzer. Okay. According to the allegations contained in the indictment, the evidence offered at the trial, statements made in open court, and matters included in public filings. On April 11th, 2016, Nicholas Tartaglione, a former police officer, orchestrated the kidnapping and unaliving of Martin Luna, Ubarno, Santiago, Miguel Luna, and Hector Gutierrez. Martin was 41 years old when he died. Urbano was Martin's nephew by marriage and was 35 years old when he died. Miguel Martin was Martin's nephew and was 25 years old when he died, and Hector, a close friend of all three, and was 43 years old when he died. All 4 victims left behind a loving family, and many of their family members attended the trial in this case. Martin was unalived because Tartaglione believed Martin had stolen approximately 250,000 meant for the purchase of uh, cocaine. Tartaglione tortured Martin by restraining him and beating him for over an hour, but when Martin did not provide the location of the missing money, Tartaglione strangled Martin to death with a zip tie. Urbano, Miguel, and Hector were also unalived, each with a single gunshot to the back of the head, execution style, because they witnessed Martin's unaliving and were in the wrong place at the wrong time. Tartaglione buried all 4 victims in a mass grave on his remote property in Otisville, New York. The 4 victims remained in the ground until the Federal Bureau of Investigation's Hudson Valley Safe Streets Task Force located the graves in December of 2016. At today's sentencing, Judge Karras described Tartaglione as a monster who has shown no remorse for his conduct. Tartaglione, age 57, from Otisville, New York, was found guilty of 11 counts of unaliving, 4 counts of kidnapping, resulting in death, 1 count of kidnapping conspiracy, and 1 count of narcotics conspiracy. Mr. Williams praised the outstanding investigative work of the FBI, New York State's police, and the Village of Chester Police Department. Mr. Williams also thanked the City of Middletown Police Department and the Houston, Texas Police Department for their assistance in the case. The prosecution is part of an organization crime drug enforcement task force operation, identifies, distributes, and dismantles criminal organizations using a prosecuted led, intelligence driven, multi agency approach. Okay? Uh, yeah, and that is the end of the article right there. And I just find it really odd because the question that was posed by J.R. Jackson on TYT, it is kind of, head scratching that, he would be bunked with a man before the previous gentleman, I'm assuming, that literally strangled a man to death with a zip tie or whatever the case is. I don't know. I just found it interesting, so I made a video about it, okay? Um, hey, y'all guys let me know down in the comments. Apparently, he earned his right to be there, but what is the odds of him being a cellmate or bunkie with, you know, Jeffrey Epstein's? Two totally different crimes, or whatever the case is. I wouldn't know. But drop down in the comment section. Give me your thoughts and opinions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And as always, be good to yourself first.